Is it true that the unripe plantain is better than the ripe plantain, or what makes the unripe plantain more unique in terms of its nutritional profile? We'll be discussing about that today. Hello and welcome to my channel, Yemi Show. If this is your first time here, a special welcome to you. Thanks to all those who have been watching my videos, commenting, subscribing. I appreciate you a great deal. Today, we're going to be looking at the unripe plantain versus the ripe plantain. So is there any difference between the ripe plantain and the unripe plantain? So basically, this is an unripe plantain. The unripe plantain is green and the ripe plantain is yellow. It can even be black. You know, as it goes more ripe, it tends, it starts to get black, basically. So, and the unripe plantain is stronger than the ripe plantain. The ripe plantain is soft. Those are basically the physical, differences between the ripe and the unripe plantain. So the major things we're going to be looking at today is going to be looking at, their nutritional profile, the makeup, of this plantain, and what is it that one has over the other. So we're going to be starting from the green plantain. The green plantain basically has more micronutrients than the ripe plantain. The green plantain also does have more probiotics, than the ripe plantain. So what are these probiotics? These probiotics are healthy bacteria that are very, very good for your gut, for your colon. It keeps your colon, healthy. These probiotics are similar to the probiotics that you get from drinking yogurt. The probiotics, that is one of the selling points of yogurt. That is very, very good for your gut. The probiotics are excellent. So this unripe plantain is packed full of these probiotics. Another advantage, I would say, of this unripe plantain over the ripe plantain is that it is very, very low in the glycemic index. So that actually does make it it takes it longer to digest. That is why it's very good for those that are dieting. You find out that those that are dieting would tend to go for food, especially now that people are looking for things, or trying to eat less of carbohydrates. We are looking for things that are lower in the glycemic index, things that will prevent from your blood sugar from spiking in sugar content than the ripe plantain. All of us know that if you're going to be tasting this, you would actually prefer to taste this one because it is sweeter, and when it is ripe, it is similar to the banana. You can actually eat, it's easier to eat this raw than eating this, raw. So the unripe plantain happens to be, lower in sugar content than the ripe plantain. In fact, what happens is that the riper it becomes, the more sweeter it becomes, and also that is how the sugar content increases. Another benefit of this unripe plantain over the ripe plantain is that it is very high in resistant starch, and this resistant starch is actually a fiber. That is why it's very, very good for those that are dieting. So if you are eating unripe plantain, one, you are having the fiber to make you fuller. It takes it longer to digest, and because it is a resistant starch, it's not going to be turning into sugar. So the calories you'll be getting, the overall calories you'll be getting, that your body will be able to take out from the unripe plantain is less when compared to the same amount of calories you'll be getting in the ripe plantain. The main difference is because of the fiber content. The fiber content is higher in the unripe plantain than the ripe plantain. So the sugar, or the calories, let me use the word, the calories which you'll be getting at the end of the day, that your body will be able to absorb, would be lesser, much lesser, than what your body would absorb when you are eating the ripe plantain. So these are one of the things that makes the unripe plantain very special. Another difference between the ripe and the unripe plantain is that the unripe plantain is lower in its antioxidant property. So basically the difference is that this has a higher antioxidant property. It has more sugar. It has less resistant starch. So if you're eating this one, you're eating the ripe plantain, you will get more calories out of, your body would absorb more calories from the ripe plantain than the unripe plantain. It is higher in the glycemic index, so it might not be so much an excellent choice, while dieting. It has very, very little or no probiotics, and the micronutrients is lesser. There are other advantages that you would get from this unripe plantain. Is an excellent source of vitamin C. Another one which I love so much is an excellent source of vitamin B. Vitamin B is fantastic. Vitamin B6 especially is fantastic, especially for those that that have fertility issues, both male and female. If you're a man, if you're suffering from a low sperm count, increasing your vitamin B6 actually does help to boost your sperm count. For women that might have problems, maybe their menstrual problems, or having a problem with their cycle, vitamin B6 is excellent. I discovered vitamin B6 while I was going through some fertility issues, and when I started taking vitamin B6, in addition to my fertility drugs, and treatment, I found out that there were some changes in my body, and I got pregnant in less than 2 months after taking vitamin B6. So for me, finding out that the unripe plantain does contain quite an amount of vitamin B6, that is a great plus for me. Also, the unripe plantain has a good source of iron. You know what iron does to the body. Iron is good for the blood. Iron is fantastic. The unripe plantain has more amount of iron. That doesn't mean I won't go for my ripe plantain, my ripe plantain any day. The nutritional profile of this unripe plantain is fantastic. So if you love this content, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you again in my next video. Bye.